Hi again. So before we start, I'll just show you this range a little bit more closely. So there's some gorgeous papers in here. So this is the 3x4 horizontal journaling sheet. So on the back you get this lovely gorgeous check pattern, and then you get all these gorgeous journaling cards. So they'd be great for project life, albums, and you could cut them out for a card piece, so that's really nice. And then this is the 4x6 horizontal, so you've got this nice pattern on the back, and then you've got some bigger cards. So being 4x6, perfect for a card, maybe an insert for a card, again your project life, albums, and all sorts of things. This one is absolutely gorgeous, I love it. So that just screams out as a scrapbook page for me. I love these little houses. And this is called Merry Christmas Tool. And then you've got this nice brown dot on the back. And then this sheet is called 'Tis the Season Words. You've got a nice green and yellow actually dot on that. And then all these lovely words you could fussy cut out or use as a background. This one is Berry Christmas, so you've got a green tone polka dot, and then all these gorgeous berries and poinsettias and like branches. This one's very vintage and very cute. I'll show you that side in a moment. So this is called Toy Time. So you've got this red sort of tweedy pattern, and then all these vintage toys on the other side. This is called Red Buffalo Plaid. So we've got this lovely plaid this side, and then vintage you saw Christmas trees. Again, you could chop those out. This is Jolly Stocking. So this side we've got this nice sort of like a wallpaper almost, and then all these rows of stockings. So you could cut these strips out to make nice borders. This one's really pretty. So this is called border strips. This side you get this gorgeous green tonal snowflake, and then all these border strips. I love that house bit, that's one of my favourites. So these little Santas you could cut out too, so that's lovely. Then this one is called Jolly Ornaments. So you've got a yellow and green snowflake, and then all these vintage baubles and things. And then these are the two that I've chosen to do my book. And so this is the one I'm going to use for the background. This is called Deck the Halls. So this is red with the browny red branch pattern on, but on the other side is these hanging branches, but this is the side I'm going to use for the background. Then this one's called Merry Berries, so that pattern, and then the one I'm going to use is this gorgeous, it's like a dark blue almost black background with these berry branches on. So they're the ones I'm going to use for the book. So I'll bring the book in. So I'm going to do the smaller diary. So really handy for a gift. Say I just picked these up in a pound shop. So I'll take this sheet first. So you can measure this. I'm not really one for measuring. So what I'm going to do, let's do it down here. I'm just going to line up with an overlap because we'll fold this into the book after. And I need a pen, which I don't have. I'll just get a pen. So I'm just going to roughly mark where I want to. So I want about an inch around, and I'm not going to worry too much about this because I'm going to cover inside as well, up where the gap is. So we'll just cut that. if you want to measure this and then cut it with a scoring board, that would be better. But I don't like doing that. I'm quite lazy. So then let's bring the book back. So this is going to be that's why you should measure people if you can, but that's okay, we'll carry on. So what I'm going to do is cover this in tape. You can use glue, but I get really messy with glue, so I prefer to use tape. So we're just going to tape. I'll just do the front cover first. And try and get it as close to the edges as we can, because we don't want the paper to start lifting off. And then we'll just fill in that middle bit. Now, I should have cut the paper a bit bigger, because what you ideally want is to fold inside as well. But this can be my trial one, that's okay. So you're looking to make the paper big enough to cover the whole sides, and then we would cut and fold in, and then we're going to fill this gap here, which I don't think I've left it big enough, but that's okay. I can sort that out after. So that's that. So we'll bring this back in. I'm just smoothing that down, and then we'll do the spine. Spine's always a bit fiddlier. Get the tape off. There we go. Just fold that back in. So bend this nicely, and if you've got a bone folder, run that along the edges, or you can just use your scissors, but be careful. Make that nice and crisp, and then we're going to do the back. So I was thinking these would make some nice gifts for my family, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough time because I don't think I've started early enough, but I may decide to sell some as well. And I've got a few other things I've bought which I'll show you in the coming weeks. Just again, things I've picked up second hand or from pound shops and things that are great to alter, because there's no point if you're going to do something like this, covering or like your mixed media, there's no point using something really expensive when you're going to cover it up anyway. You know, you're going to pretty it up. So I always like to use second hand or from the cheaper shops. And obviously it depends what you're using it for. Like if you're wanting a proper art journal, you know, then yeah, this isn't going to be suitable. But again, you could go for the cheaper art journal, as long as the paper is what you want. You don't need to worry about how it's decorated because you're going to do that yourself. Okay, so and ideally what you wanted to have left was a nice wedge on the edges so you can then fold this in, but that's fine. So what we then do is just snip corners this one's too thin. It's going to be a bit awkward, but we'll patch it up after, it's fine. And we want up to this spine. And then you're going to fold these in. So you just basically, and then tape here and do the same here. You might want to snip a bit out, like a triangle. That makes it easier because we'll fill in the middle after. You do like this. And then another triangle. There we go. So these all get folded in. Oops, cut that way. Like that. Tape those down. And then you take another piece of your paper and just fill in that hole. So I will do that, but I will do that off camera so you don't have to watch all that bit. So I'll just snip this. So the same idea, fold those in. Oops. And again, use your bone folder to get a nice neat edge, and then tape that down and fill the gap in. And here I'm just gonna trim that off, so I don't need that bit. So I'll go ahead, I'll do this off camera, tape this down, and I'll come back and we'll show you the next step. Bye.